What's going on, everyone? In this video, I'll be going over the SAT March reading section so you guys can get a perfect score on it. But before that, I would like to present you all my SAT reading course. Yes, I have finally made an SAT reading course with all the tips, tricks, patterns, strategies I've ever talked about, not talked about in my videos. And this will be perfect for you guys to improve your score and get a perfect SAT reading score for both the digital and non-digital SAT. So there's a very limited time sale right now going on. If you want to check it out, be sure to check the link in the description below. Now let's jump into my first trick. So the first trick is to learn all the grammar rules. And this really isn't a trick, it's more of a, you gotta do this if you want to be successful. You see, on the SAT reading exam, there's really two parts, right? You got the reading part of it and then you got the writing part of it. Now, the writing part of it is literally gonna drill you on your grammar rules. If you don't know grammar, then it's gonna expose you, okay? You need to make sure that you know your semicolons, your colons, your dashes, modifiers, everything. And of course, my SAT reading course, I have both the writing and reading comprehension sections, both broken down to a T. So be sure to check it out. But if you guys want to, just use Google or buy some books or whatever to check out the grammar rules, it's not that hard, right? You just need to keep on practicing semicolons, keep on practicing M dashes, understand when to use them. And the best part about learning grammar rules is not even about the SAT. The best part is the fact that you can use it in your daily writing, okay? If you want to get a high acceptance rate, if you want to get into every single college you apply to, then of course you have to have a good GPA in SAT, but your college essay better be immaculate. Because if you're not writing high quality sentences, then nothing is really going to set you apart from like other people. Let's say your story is amazing. Let's say you found the cure to cancer or something, right? Well, there's another guy who might have found the cure to Alzheimer's or something, right? Now you two are the same level, but whoever write the better essay will get in, because at the end of the day, your essay is such a big part of college admission process. So you want to make sure that you have the best essay. The best way to do that is, yes, make sure your story is cool, but your grammar needs to be on point. You need to have nice semicolons, nice use of punctuation. So learning this right now for the SAT March reading exam is only going to help you further when you actually sit down and do other things in life that revolve around English and grammar, writing, anything, to be honest, emails, essays, whatever it is. My second tip is to read the last and first sentence in a passage, right? To understand the main idea or purpose of the passage. You see, a lot of people don't realize this, but to understand the main idea, right? When a question asks you, hey, what is the author trying to convey in this passage? What is the main idea of this passage? A lot of people might start scanning the entire passage, like, oh my God, what is the passage talking about? Now, hopefully, right, you were able to comprehend the passage to the point where you finish reading the passage, you understand what the main idea is about, you got what the message is. But let's say you're not that student, right? Or let's say there's two choices that they're both really good and you're like, oh, I can't decide. Well, the best trick for this is to literally read the first sentence or first couple sentences in the passage and then the last couple sentences in the passage, because usually the author might introduce his claim or his argument in the beginning of the passage, or he might write it in the conclusion as a way to re-emphasize his point that he's driving home. So that's why you want to look in those two locations if you're confused about what the main idea is, what the message is, what's the author's purpose, because that right there is going to help you a ton. And my last tip is to understand connotation. This is probably one of the best tips I have in my course. Understanding connotation is going to take you guys so far. Now, what do I mean by that? You see, connotation is basically how the author is writing, how he's feeling. So is he writing the text in a positive light, in a negative light, or a neutral light? And if he's writing it in a positive light, then whatever the question is, let's say question 7 for the first passage, right? The answer that's going to be correct will also have a positive connotation. So you want to match the connotations between the passage or the part of the text that the question is talking about, as well as the answer choices. So let's say the question is, what is the author's purpose of writing this story? And in the story, the author is talking about how great dolphins are, right? That's a positive connotation. He's like, I love dolphins. Everyone should see a dolphin in their life. That's very positive. The author's feeling very positive towards dolphins, right? Now let's say the answer choices are A. Basically, the author is trying to convey how great dolphins are. That's choice A. Choice B is the author feels like dolphins are a nuisance to life. Like, that's such a negative thing to say, right? That's a negative connotation, while the passage has a positive connotation. So that negative connotation choice is gone. And this helps you eliminate a lot of reading answer choices, because if you, let's say, two of the choices had a negative connotation, boom, they're automatically gone. You don't have to look at them twice. The last one has a neutral connotation, like not positive or negative. Let's say the choice is like the author feels indifferent towards dolphins. Indifferent is very neutral, which is wrong because the author obviously feels very positive. So boom, that's gone as well. And if you eliminate 3 choices, you're left with just one. And that's your answer. And boom, you're done. You can move on. You don't have to sit there and be like, oh my God, which one is better? Understanding connotation will take you a long way and help you limit choices and solve problems much faster. It's helped me a lot, and I know it helped you guys as well. So be sure to understand these tips, rehearse them, practice them. Comment down below which tip is your favorite, and check out my SAT reading course if you want all this into boom, like a 7 hours of great learning. Peace.